Now, in honour of f***ing Wimbledon 2024, I thought I'd do the entire preview in a Peaky Blinders f***ing accent.
Nah, just joking. What actually happened was I had a big night last night. My eyes are redder than the devil's appendage, and of course I had to wear these sunnies to cover up the redness of my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Wimbledon preview. I'm going to preview some of the matches that I think are tantalising. My favourite for the tournament, as always, on the men's side, and of course, tickle on a couple of the Aussies. So let's start with this one. We'll go straight into it. Here we go. Let's talk about this. Roode versus Alex Bolt. Now, immediately, before I tell you this, I'm about to put $50 on this match, and I'm about to tell you why. Alex Bolt's obviously a very close mate of mine, and there might be some bias here with this matchup. But Alex Bolt currently, as it stands, is paying $4.40 on Sportsbet versus Roode's $1.20. Here's why I think Bolty is a great value for money here. Now, Bolty's story is of true Cinderella nature. He basically rocked up as an alternate in qualifying, which means that he turned up to qualifying hoping to play a match. He rocked up with his rackets, hoping to get a hit. Someone pulled out, and then I think another person pulled out, and then he just wanders onto the court and wins 3 rounds in qualifying and then qualifies for the main draw of the tournament. The reasons why this is so interesting, this matchup, is Bolty predominantly grew up in Murray Bridge, playing a lot of his tennis on grass in country tournaments. He knows his way around a grass court. Now, Roode, I know he's made Grand Slam finals. I know he's a class act. I know he's a phenomenal tennis player. However, Bolty, dangerous, lefty, hits the ball really big. He can take cuts at the ball from anywhere in the court, and he's got that nasty lefty slider that's going to make a lot of problems, I think, on the grass for Roode. He knows when to transition. He's not afraid to play big dick tennis. He's not afraid to take cuts at the ball. And I genuinely think for $4.40, Alex Bolt at $4.40, I just put $50 on him. I'll prove it. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Here it is. Sportsbet, $50. I just chucked it on. Ridiculous odds. I'm riding that one. I think Bolty's going to get the W. The next one, I'm talking about Jack Draper playing Elias Ymer. Jack Draper's paying $1.02, and I think you can put your money confidently on Jack Draper to have a very, very late run. I'll explain why. He beat Alcaraz last week in straight sets. He was, of course, fresh off his Roland Garros win. He won his first title on grass in Stuttgart just the other day. He's big, 6'4", ominous lefty with malicious intent. He's very at home on the grass, and I think he's going to cause some serious problems this year and a lot of headaches for a lot of the players. He's also got the home crowd advantage, so don't forget that. Look at the Brits in the draw, and remember, these underdogs are going to rise to the occasion because I'm sure the Brits are going to be very vocal in getting around their native colleagues, just like we do in Australia when we're watching the Aussies. We love a little bit of bravado, and we get out there and we get very vocal, like I do when I'm watching the Cock and Nick Kyrgios, of course. Let's quickly touch on the Aussies, because I know we're very time sensitive here in these videos. I want to give you good value, good tips in the shortest amount of time. As an Australian, let's quickly touch on the Aussies. Expect a good showing from Max Purcell and Rinky Hijikata, purely based on how well they return, their prowess at net, and their ability to transition and make points short wherever possible. Another Aussie I want to look out for at the moment is Thanasi Kokkinakis, a very close mate of mine. He's got a tough task against Felix Auger-Aliassime, but I do think that Cocky can cause some headaches if he's feeling match fit. He can definitely serve big, he can hold his serve out there and ask a lot of questions to the big Canadian, so that's going to be interesting as well. Now I want to touch on my favourite for the tournament. Let's talk about Jannik Sinner. Now, Jannik Sinner is an unbelievable player. Let's be real here. The guy's a freak. He's my favourite for the tournament. Jump on him now at Sportsbet. For winning the title currently as it stands, he's paying $4. I'm going to put $50 on him right now. I'll prove it after I go into this rant and I explain why I've done that. Darren Cahill is a ridiculously good coach. Every player he touches turns to gold. He knows exactly what he's doing out there, and he's got one of the most brilliant tennis IQs in a coach, I think, out there at the moment in the men's game. He did such a great job transitioning Sinner from a platform stance into a slide stance, which has enabled Jannik to be even more aggressive on his shots, because we know one of the things that Jannik does so well is he holds his position in the court phenomenally. He's so still through the ball, and he never looks off balance. And when you're playing on grass, that is so important because that's basically going to chalk you up wins if you're able to hold position, know when to transition, be aggressive, but also know where your footing is and not fall over or make an ass of yourself like I would if I was out there getting chopped by all these guys. I would say right now, the only people that could stop Sinner is Prime Alcaraz or Prime Novak. Unless he runs into either of those guys and he's sick or he's injured and he's not telling the media about it, I would probably put my house on Sinner winning this tournament. Gee, I'm going to get belted for that comment maybe, but anyway, I think he's going to win it.
Thanks for watching, mate.